Even though I have videos on TikTok, Facebook, and my YouTube channel talking about loose skin, it's just mainly about my loose skin because after me losing 97 pounds of body fat, people seeing my before and after photos and my transformation videos, the first question that I get asked is, do I have loose skin? Did I have skin removal? And things of that nature. I've answered the question 1,000 times, and to make it a lot more simple for you to go right to the videos if you would like to see, I display the very little loose skin that I do have, why it just wasn't worth me having surgery or anything like that. You can look on my TikTok account and look at my playlist, and there's 3 videos there labeled loose skin where I display the lower part of my abdomen and one the back of my elbows where it's just like a little bit of loose skin from when I was overweight and lost all of the weight, but it's just not bad. I made those videos, of course, to just, because a lot of people wanted to know, and also to a degree to give, women or, and men hope. And while a lot of the times loose skin just boils down to genetics, because the truth of the matter is some people can lose 20 or 30 pounds and have loose skin, and some people can lose 100 pounds and have just the bare minimum of a loose skin. But there are things and steps that you can take to minimize it. Number one, lose weight slow. As humans, I know we all love to see the scale just, go down every week. And just from toxic diet culture, everybody intermittent fasting, keto diets, cardio bunnies, society has ruined our perception of what true sustainable weight loss should look like. What that results in typically, well, I'm just going to use myself for example. Let's just say that I did some extreme, some of those extreme things to lose weight really quick. Let's say I run across an old friend or someone that I know in the grocery store and they see me and it's like, oh my goodness, Adrian, oh my God, you lost so much weight, girl. Oh my God, you don't, girl, how did you lose all that weight? You lost so much weight. And I'm like, oh, I did keto, or I just go to the gym and I do cardio for an hour and 15 minutes, 5 days out of the week. That person is probably going to be like, oh, okay, girl, well, you look good. And as soon as I turn my back, they're probably going to be like, oh my God, Adrienne looks better fat. She look better big. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And also, a lot of people will do like weird diets like fruit fasts, juice fasts, and water fasts, and all that stuff. Your body is not going to thrive like that when you have 50 to 150, some people, yes, 150 excess pounds of body fat to lose. The goal is to peel away at the layer of fat beneath the skin. When you do weird, crazy, fad diets like that, or go to extreme measures to lose weight, what happens is you wind up losing fat and muscle, thereby leaving you skinny fat. And also, when you lose it at a fast pace, your skin's elasticity doesn't have enough time to keep up, thereby also causing loose, saggy skin. Protein not only like has like so many benefits like keeping you fuller longer, it also helps you hold on to lean muscle mass. One commonality that all diets have, even the trashiest diets, is staying up on your protein. Trust me, it is a lot easier to hold on to muscle mass than it is to ruin it by losing weight too fast, losing fat and muscle mass, and trying to go back and rebuild it. Up next, the third thing that you need to make sure that you do if you fear loose, saggy skin, you need to incorporate weightlifting. When I was 247 pounds, I had auntie arms. But look now, what you want to do is fill in the skin that was once occupied by fat with muscle as much as possible. That way you can shape and sculpt your body. But none of these things are going to pan out if you're not fueling it with the right foods. So all of that, like when you hear somebody say, just say for instance, if a coach or a trainer, or if you discover your goal body weight is 170 pounds and you think, I can't eat 170 grams of protein every day. Yes, you can if you don't want a whole lot of loose skin, if you have a lot of weight to lose. Now, this does not pertain to someone that has, some people have a decent concept of food, and somewhere along, in their life, they may get off track a little bit and gain an additional 30 or 40 pounds. People like that typically can do like intermittent fasting, go low carb, cut carbs, just something brief and extreme to get their weight off. And then they can get back into their normal routine because normally throughout life, they pretty much have never had a bad perception with food. People like that don't tend to be like me and perhaps maybe some of you and let it get out of hand to the point that they are 100 plus pounds overweight. In all honesty, being that I've lost 97 pounds, yes, I was, you can just easily, yeah, you can say 100 pounds overweight. Never in a million years, even at 247 pounds, when I was, miserable and realized that I had to do something, I still was so unaware that I would need to lose almost 100 pounds. So, the best advice I can give anyone that fears loose, saggy skin is number one, don't rush your progress. 1 to 3 pounds a week is most sustainable. And 3 pounds a week, in all honesty, consistently is a bit extreme. So 1 to 3 pounds a week, even ounces count. If you have a digital body weight scale, and let's just say that it says 250 today, if it says 249.2, and the next day, that's still progress. Make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Eat your goal body weight in protein. Make sure that at some point, and a lot sooner than later, you incorporate weight training, progressively overloading. And then last but not least, do not let the fear of loose, saggy skin keep you from reaching your goals. There is entirely too much technology out here, such as skin removal. And even though I didn't face the issue, had I would have done whatever I needed to do. A lot of you may have noticed this, some may not. I've spoke about it in the past. I don't speak about it often because it's one of my biggest insecurities, but due to a bad car accident I had in 2006, it left me with a deformity on my left hip. I guess the right word would be like a deformity, but anyway, I can't even explain it. I don't even know if there's a name for it, but the left part of my hip is just so unproportionate and it's all messed up. But to make a long story short, one time I went and saw a plastic surgeon. I set up a consultation because I was thinking about having it fixed. Because my biggest fear is if I ever compete in women's bodybuilding, wellness in the wellness division, I know that judges could knock like so many points off if I'm not able to get my glutes to become proportionate and lean out enough to like minimize the appearance of it. But whenever I was going to have a plastic surgeon for the consultation and he looked at it, even though I decided not to go through with it, I realized very quickly that financially it wasn't going to be as bad as I thought it would because number one, they'll set you up on payment plans if you have decent credit. But the reason I didn't go through with it is because at the end of the day, I didn't have enough body fat for him to pull from to transfer into the left side of my hip. What I thought was fat on the lower part of my abdomen was basically the little bitty loose skin that I've showed y'all. I thought that that was still body fat. So he explained to me that the very little bit of fat that I did have there, he could pull from that and then try pulling from one of my butt cheeks, on my right side of my butt cheek and the right side of my hip. But that would just increase the chances of my right hip doing what my left hip did, which was like collapsing and just causing like again like a deformity there. It's so weird. I wish I had a name for it or could go into deeper detail. But I was just blown away by the different methods and stuff you could use to cover plastic surgery if needed. So while I was there, I questioned him about boob jobs and just different things like that out of curiosity. So what I'm saying to you, if you fear this, cross one bridge at a time. There's another black fitness influencer that I like to follow and she did everything right. I think her name is Lexi Fit or something like that. But anyway, her eating habits were in check. She lifted weights, but she had a back lift and a tummy tuck, and she looks absolutely amazing. The only thing is she has keloid skin like myself, and it left her with like a lot of bubbled up, where they cut her and stuff like that. That's why I always say, like, if I had any type of surgery, trust me, y'all would know. My skin is horrible. But I try to be transparent with y'all, like always and forever. Just because I don't like giving anybody false hope. But irregardless, do not let the fear of loose, saggy skin hold you back from reaching your goals.